Here's something that might surprise you, Salma. There are more Indians living in the Gulf states today than the entire population of Los Angeles, Chicago, and Houston combined. Over 8 million people who've transformed from a labor force into business leaders.
That's such a fascinating shift in demographics, Mr. Abdulaziz. And what's really interesting is how diverse this community has become, from construction workers to tech entrepreneurs.
You know, I recently visited Dubai's financial district, and the transformation is incredible. 20 years ago, you'd mainly find Indians in labor-intensive jobs. Now, they're running investment firms, heading multinational corporations, and launching innovative startups.
Well, what do you think sparked this dramatic evolution from basic labor to leadership roles?
It's really a perfect storm of factors. The Gulf countries started diversifying their economies beyond oil. India's education system was producing highly skilled professionals. And here's the key. The Gulf governments began creating policies that attracted talent, not just labor.
That makes me think about all the legal complexities these professionals must navigate. The Gulf isn't exactly known for simple regulations.
Oh man, you're hitting on something crucial there. Let me tell you about this successful businessman I met who almost lost everything because he didn't understand one basic rule. Never, ever work under a different sponsor than what's listed on your visa.
Sounds like there are some pretty serious pitfalls to avoid.
Absolutely crucial ones. Like signing blank checks, which might seem normal for security deposits but can land you in serious legal trouble. Some Gulf countries still have debt-related detention, and they take financial obligations incredibly seriously.
So, what's the success formula? How are people making it work despite these challenges?
Well, I'll share this amazing story about a young guy who started as a delivery rider in Dubai. Instead of just doing his job, he studied the entire logistics ecosystem while making deliveries, noticed inefficiencies, saved every dirham, learned Arabic basics. Now he owns a fleet of 50 vehicles.
That's really impressive. You know, I've heard language skills can make or break success in the Gulf.
Oh, you better believe it. English might get you in the door, but Arabic? That's what gets you a seat at the table. I know this tech entrepreneur in Riyadh who says learning just a few Arabic phrases completely transformed his client relationships.
And what about the cultural aspects? That must be just as important as the business side.
You know what's fascinating? The most successful Indians I've met in the Gulf are like cultural chameleons. They can switch between traditional Indian business practices and Gulf customs seamlessly, but it takes time and plenty of mistakes to develop that skill.
That reminds me, the social media rules in the Gulf are particularly strict, aren't they?
Don't even get me started. A post that might be totally fine in Mumbai could land you in serious trouble in Dubai. The cybercrime laws are no joke. I've seen careers derailed over a single thoughtless tweet.
So what's next for Indians in the Gulf? Where do you see this relationship heading?
Well, I'm seeing 3 major trends. First, there's this massive shift toward knowledge-based sectors: AI, renewable energy, digital transformation. Second, entrepreneurship opportunities are exploding, especially in tech. And third, this is really interesting, we're seeing deeper integration into Gulf society.
That's quite a change from the traditional guest worker model.
Exactly. And here's what makes it so exciting. Both India and the Gulf countries are going through these massive economic transformations. The opportunities for collaboration are just enormous. Like this Indian tech company I heard about that's partnering with Saudi Arabia's NEOM project. That's the kind of thing we'll see more of.
Sounds like we're really just at the beginning of a new chapter.
You know what? That's exactly right. The story of Indians in the Gulf isn't just about working abroad anymore. It's about building lasting legacies. And for anyone listening who's thinking about making the move, remember, respect the laws, understand the culture, and think long term. That's the secret sauce right there.